friends. So, if you weren't aware, we do new Mail by Mail product releases every other month, and it is always mid-month. Thank you, Susie, the green. Thank you, thank you. Mid-month, right? So, and every other month. So, bi-monthly, bi-monthly, the 15th of the month. So yesterday was July 15th, and it was the on month, and so new release. So we're gonna take a look at the new release. So 6 new stamp sets. The first new stamp set is this little guy. This is Mini Icons Music. This is, I don't know how many mini icons. I bet we have 12 or more in the mini icon series. So the mini icon stamps are always 3x3, so nice and manageable. And then they always have a little definition. So this one says music, the soundtrack of life, a magical mood booster. I don't know about you, but for me, music is a magical mood booster. Golly, 100%. Yes. And then there are 12 fun music icons there. So these I will be using in one of our lists on Saturday that is music related. So that is Mini Icons Music. Carol said super cute. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Danelle's already added a bunch to her cart. Okay, really quick. While you guys are talking about shopping, one thing to be aware of. If you aren't aware, it's July, right? Every year. I think this is the 5th year I've done this. I do a Christmas in July sale, but there's a little bit more to the sale than you'd think. So all of last year's Christmas products are on sale. So good prices there. But the other part of Christmas in July is that I give a present back to you guys. And that present is, you have a coupon code. Amy will pop that in the chat, but it is XMAS, so Xmas. I think it's 5, the number 5, XMAS 25. So basically, you get $5 off of a purchase of 25 or more. And that is good all month long, through the month of July 2025. So the nice thing there is, if you are shopping any of the new release, it applies to anything, not just Christmas, okay? So if you're shopping, make sure to jot that little coupon code down. You'll also see it in one of the rotating banners on the homepage of the website, but want to make sure that you know that if you are shopping. Yes, 5Xmas 25. Okay, so that was the first one. Second stamp is this guy. This one is called By the Numbers 2. As you might guess, there's probably a By the Numbers 1, right? So By the Numbers 1, I think we released this, I want to say in March. It is just clearly a number stamp set, but it is numbers 1 through 5 and then numbers 6 through 10. So Karen Haynes had actually made a suggestion for a stamp like this probably right after the beginning of the year and said, hey, it would be really helpful if instead of having to stamp individual numbers, if we just had like all the numbers together. So in doing so, I made the decision, I should be holding both of these up so you can see them. By the Numbers 1 is on the left, By the Numbers 2 is on the right. But in doing so, made the decision to split 1 through 5 from 6 through 10. So that way, if you wanted to just do a shorter list with 5, then you didn't have to mess with trying to mask off the second half of the list as you were stamping. But if you do want to do a 1 through 10, super easy. You can just either put them on the same block and stamp them together, or stamp 1 through 5 and then 6 through 10. So By the Numbers 1 and 2. By the Numbers 2, By the Numbers 1 is fun, it's cute, it's a little sedate, right? By the Numbers 2 really gets into some fun, different fonts. So mixed fonts, whereas By the Numbers 1 was the same font. Mixed fonts, different sizes, and then 10 is even spelled out. So I saw someone on in the Mail by Mail Facebook group. Was it, I think it was Terry maybe. Terry Leto said, or she did a fun list about things that she loved about her cabin. And she did 1 through 5 over here. And then over here did 6 through 10. So it was kind of like a little bit offset, 1 through 5, 6 through 10. It looked really cool. So that is the second new stamp set By the Numbers 2. That is a 2x6. All right, both of those are 2x6s. Now what's kind of fun with all of the stamps that you're going to see, with the exception of the mini icons, they're available a la carte. So this guy is available a la carte. Of course, this one's available a la carte because he's the first one, but also in a bundle. And anytime you are purchasing stamps in a bundle, you get a little bit of a discount, a 10% discount, just to, make it a little bit easier for you. All right, keeping with that numbers theme, we have Poe Numbers. So if you weren't aware, all of my Alpha stamp sets, with the exception of the first one, named after pets in our family. So Poe is our last cat before Sam's cat, Reggie, who's now Lael's cat. But Poe was our last cat. And so prior to this, we had 2 Poe Alpha stamp sets. This was the original Poe Alpha stamp set. That is a 6x8 set. And it has both uppercase and lowercase, but 2 different sizes of Poe Alpha. So that had 117 stamps, okay? That one's still out there and available. Not long after, we came out with this one, Poe Alpha large lowercase. So all the same font. You have small, medium, and large. No numbers. So with the July release, you now have Poe Numbers. So Poe Numbers is a 4x6 stamp set. It has small, medium, and large. So Poe Numbers matches the size of Poe Alpha. One thing that for me I really wanted to do, and you can do this with some fonts and you can't do it with some fonts, but because the 6 and 9 are the exact same number, you just flip one upside down or right side up, there's really no need to include both on a stamp set, both the 6 and the 9. So in lieu of including both a 6 and a 9, I decided to add an extra 2. And you'll see an extra 2 in the small, medium, and large. And that extra 2 is there for those of you that like to stamp your years. We're in 2020 to 2029, right? Makes it a little bit easier to stamp your year with both of the 2s. All right? So that is Poe Numbers 4x6 stamp set. You have 30 pieces there, available a la carte, and then available in that bundle with all 3, and then also available with a bundle like that, and then also available with a bundle like that. So again, with the bundles, you just click one product and then you get 10% off on the bundle. All righty, let me just check chat really quick. Yes, people love Poe Alpha, love Poe Numbers. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. And Carrie's excited for numbers to match. Yes, me too. Sometimes, well, especially this one, this was the first one. It came down to, you know what? No, I want to have 2 alphas and I want to have mixed case of both alphas. We don't have any room for numbers, so we'll do numbers down the road. That's what we did. Thank you, Carrie. Carrie said, Layla, you've outdone yourself once again. So me and the team, Amy is very involved, and then another graphic designer that we work with that's very involved in all the stamps. So it's definitely a team effort, but thank you, thank you, thank you. I love that. Let's see. Oh, I know. And you know what's funny? Yes, this is what happens. And like my worst fear ever is that someone sends me an email and says, Lael, you forgot something. You forgot a letter on the stamp set, or you forgot a number. We didn't forget the 9 or the 6. You just flip it upside down. It's the exact same number. So we're good. All right. Okay, next up. Oh, let me show you really quickly. The design team and I have been working on projects. So I thought I'd share you a couple of the projects that are using products from the new release. You can see these on the website associated with each product. And then you'll also see the design team members start posting on social media in the Lael by Mail Facebook group if they haven't already. So this one is a list, a more and less type list from design team member Ty Cortez. She did a very cool little list here. The background is using product from the summer fall season pass kit. So the beautiful florals and little bicycle, the nice stripe. She used Poe large alpha lowercase, so that guy for her title, for more and less. And then she used Poe Numbers, kind of the medium size Poe Numbers from the Poe Number stamp set. So makes it easy to get a very nice cohesive type project, whether you're doing a list or working in a planner or scrapbook page or mini book or tag or card or anything that you're doing. Those kind of 3 combined together make a really nice, the 3 Poe stamp set's a really nice cohesive look. Now, that stamp set or the font is also basic enough that you could work it in anything. So beautiful little list there. Next up, we have, in addition to what has been an incredibly popular stamp set, originally in January, I released Glimmers, and I forgot to bring that up, the other one. Let me pull Glimmers really quickly. So my back is to you for a moment, so apologies while I grab that stamp set. Glimmers. Glimmers is a 4x6 stamp, so this was the original Glimmers. So title with lots of different kind of word strips that you could stamp. And this Glimmers is all about really documenting, first taking notice of, and then documenting all those little like small everyday moments that kind of spark a little joy in your life. So first released Glimmers back in January. Then we released the Glimmers word and shadow die. And now you have Glimmers 2. So Glimmers 2 is a little bit of word art, right? Glimmers, super basic to get you started, but then you have a nice word art to really kind of take things up a notch. But the nice thing about Glimmers 2 is it works for all of your Glimmers lists, but as we look at the different sayings on there, just what I needed, tiny treasures, everyday magic, a glimmer of happiness, hold on to this, something about this moment, a day brightener, the right place at the right time, joy in the ordinary just right, this put a smile on my face, this matters, enjoy the little things, and one little treasure at a time. So 14 pieces there that work really well if you're doing a glimmer type list. Otherwise, they work for really anything. These two little guys are designed to nestle right in between the G and kind of the R on that original Glimmer stamp. So just kind of a really fun stamp set to play with. A couple more examples. Ty again used the Glimmers 2 stamp set in a couple more projects. So you can see that little kind of half circle there, or a 3/4 circle. She stamped this, put a smile on my face. So has nothing to do with Glimmer, right? Just perfect little addition to a photo or a list, or again, your planner, whatever it is. And we'll come back to this one in a minute. Also use that here on this Traveler's Notebook spread, Joy in the Ordinary. So she just stamped that directly onto her title. All right, so that is Glimmers 2, 4x6 stamp set. That takes us into the 5th new stamp set. This one is called Timmy Alpha. As I mentioned, alphabet stamps, with the exception of the very first one, Willie. Alphabet stamps are named after pets in our family. So Timmy was our Old English sheepdog when I was growing up. And Timmy was actually the great-grandson or great-great-grandson of the Old English sheepdog in the Shaggy DA. So this is just a super basic, nice block font alpha. 6x8, there are 33 pieces. But there's a reason for this one besides it just being an alpha, which I'll show you in a second. So we're going to go back to these again and look at how Ty used that Timmy Alpha. Tell your people you love them, right? Isn't that a just beautiful stamp title? She stamped that onto a piece of vellum and then set it on top of one of the pattern papers from the summer fall season pass kit. And those are pages in her 6x8 album. She did another layout, Traveler's Notebook spread. There, enjoy the day. Isn't that fun? Just a nice, sweet little reminder. Enjoy the day. So those are, let's just measure really quickly. Those are going to be about between 3/4 of an inch to an inch wide, and just a titch over an inch tall. All right. So my thought behind these, now we do have other alphabet stamp sets. I think we have 5 or 6 different alphas at least. But the method behind my madness of Timmy Alpha was so it would work with this stamp set. This, I will tell you, has been incredibly popular. And it just, the July release just happened yesterday. This one is called Destination Unknown. I have been obsessed. And when I say obsessed, I mean obsessed. I have been obsessed with travel stickers that you find when you go to national parks. And I've been using them for years. This is from a visit to Bryce Canyon we did in 2020. Zion National Park. Dead Horse Point State Park. So I love this look. I love adding it to my traveler's notebooks. Used them again back in 2023 when Nick and I went on our trip to Amsterdam, Scotland, and Ireland. But I ran into a problem on this trip. So there's one for the Netherlands. There's one for Ireland. And here is one for Scotland. I could not find these stickers when we were on that trip. I was able to find Ireland, but I couldn't find Scotland, and I couldn't find the Netherlands. So came back from that trip and started searching on Google, and ended up buying those for an obscene amount. I mean, not obscene amount of money. I probably paid $7 or $8 per sticker on Amazon because I'm like, I have to have them. I have to have them, and couldn't find them. So this January, I was at a retreat, kind of a scrapbooking retreat. I'm attending. I was not teaching. And I was sitting next to my friend Lindsay, and we were talking about travel and da-da-da-da-da. And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh my gosh, I know the next stamp set I need to do. It needs to be a sticker set where you can create your own travel-inspired stickers, just like that. So this stamp set is called Destination Unknown, and we went with that name because it can be unknown. Like, you can basically take this stamp set and an alphabet stamp set and create any travel inspired sticker like that you want. All right, so this is a 15-piece set. That oval measures 4 inches wide by about between 2.5 and 2 3/4 tall. All right. So you have the oval, and then you have all of those little different travel icons. You have a little taxi cab. You have a like a monorail or a train. You have a boat. You have a little car towing an RV, an airplane, 3 stars, motorcycle, trolley, a bus, a car, a bicycle, a star, a camper, and then like a minivan. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple of examples and how I've used that and how design team has been using that so far. But this is where the Timmy Alpha came in, because those letters are designed to fit in that oval. All right. So depending on what letters you're using, you can fit 3 to 4 in your oval. So you're either spelling a short word or you are doing an abbreviation. All right. This has been so popular, I can't even tell you. I ordered heavy on it because I had a feeling it would be. So you can buy this standalone. You can buy these two together. Or, what did I do with that? Or you can, not in the package. Or you can also get the die, that oval die. All right, so that metal die is designed to cut out that stamped image. So we're going to take a look at that in a minute. Anyhow, you can buy that standalone. You can buy that standalone. You can buy that standalone. You can buy all 3 together in a bundle. You can buy these in a bundle. You can buy these in a bundle. So again, making it easy for you to, pick up what you want if you want more than one of the products like that in a bundle. All right. So before I show you examples, there are 6 stamp sets that I showed you. Those are also available in a bundle. So if you're like, you know what, I want to make it easy, I want to click add to cart, I just want all new 6 stamp set in the July release, you go dink and you add it to your cart. All right. Okay. So I've been missing the chat, guys. I've been missing the chat. So if there was something that you wanted me to say, or if you had a question and Amy didn't have a chance to answer it, please just type it again and type it in all uppercase. Then that way I'll watch for it and be able to see it. Okay, so let's take a look at a couple of examples. I'll start with this one. This is one that I worked on when Nick and I were out of town over the 4th of July weekend. So I created a little travel inspired sticker, right? Not really a sticker. I did it. You could make a sticker though. You could do it with sticker paper. That could be fun. But anyhow, I, stamped on cardstock and then cut it out for Honolulu when we were in Oahu last February. So just stamped, die cut it out, and there you go, right on my little travel kind of junk journal spread. All right. Design team member Susanna Lee did something similar with her project here. She has put this into the Document Your Travels, so Lail by Mail Document Your Travels, Traveler's Notebook insert, where she was documenting a trip to Santa Fe. So she stamped on yellow cardstock with a red ink, and then spelled out SFE. That's probably the airport code. So oftentimes I'll use airport code. Well, I won't use, but oftentimes you will find stickers like that with the airport code. And then she took another stamp set and stamped New Mexico underneath. All right. What's really cool about this one that she did, though, look at this. She actually made it a little interactive element. So she scored the edge so that you could lift it up, and I don't know what she put under there yet. I haven't seen the blog post yet. So she could have put a photo under there. Maybe she put a sticker. Maybe she put something else. But kind of some fun ideas on how you could use that for a travel-inspired project. And then design team member Marsha Ferris did this one. So if you're like, oh, I really like the idea, but guess what? I don't really travel. Well, you know what? FUN. I don't know if FUN is an airport code or an abbreviation for a city, but I do know that FUN spells fun, right? So you can use that stamp set. You don't have to be traveling somewhere, right? So Marsha spelled fun, used a little star in the center of the U, and then used Poe Alpha stamp set, the little small numbers to spell camping, and then below used that little icon, the little RV icon from that Destination Unknown stamp set. And she used the metal die to cut it out. But look what she did here. How cool is this? She then used that metal oval die to die cut her photos. So isn't that such a fun idea? So she's got the sticker, right? She has her title there, her little travel inspired icon there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 photos. Now what was really cool, on 2 of her photos, she did a halfsies. So she did half a photo there and half a photo there in that same oval. She also used Poe Numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to number her little photos there. Isn't that fun? I thought that was just such a fun idea. All right, so I'm going to show you quickly a project that I started this afternoon. I was writing instructions all day, and I'm like, I need some creative time, so I started working on something this afternoon. It's not finished yet, but I thought I'd show you this, and then I'll show you kind of what I did to get it started. We'll kind of do a little demo. So on Sunday, and this is funny, this is not why Nick and I did this on Sunday. It didn't occur to me that I could do something like this until we were driving home. On Sunday, Nick and I drove up to Park City. I grew up in Park City. It's maybe 45 minutes from our house. And we threw our e-bikes in the car and we rode our bikes. We rode our bikes for about 12 miles and we had so much fun. Stopped and took pictures and did all different kinds of things like that. So this barn is kind of an iconic barn as you are driving into kind of Park City proper. I grew up there, 4th grade until I graduated from high school. And then my mom lived up there forever. But to me, that is like home. And so I'd taken photos and I thought, you know what, as we were driving home, I want to do a little kind of travel inspired stamp little vignette there. And so we were driving down and I'm like, oh my gosh, oh shoot, I really hope we put a bike. I hope we put a bike icon in that stamp set. We did. I got home and looked, I'm like, phew, we did. So I took Timmy Alpha and stamped a P and a C, put the bike icon up top, and then used the smallest Poe Alpha to spell Park City. And then I adhered that right to the photo. Over here, I had some fun with the library card stamp and the library pocket die. So I printed this photo twice. One of them I cut down and put on the Traveler's Notebook page. The second one, I actually used the library pocket die to die cut a second photo. So basically, if you didn't know any better, you would think that was just one photo, right? That's kind of a fun thing, isn't it? So you can use whatever you want for your die cuts, but that I did a photo on top. And then my little library card slides right in there like, come on, like that. So I still have to do lots of work there, some journaling and things like that, but I kind of thought I'd show you what I had started. Show you how easily this stamp is to use. So I'm going to pull out the Destination Unknown. Let's find it. Oh, there we go. It's all ready to go. So let me pull out the stamp set. I store all of my stamps in my stamp storage sleeve. So that is a 4x6 stamp storage sleeve. There's the stamp. I've also stored the die with it in that same storage sleeve, and that is something that you can buy. You can buy a set of 5 of your stamp storage sleeves, and then the little magnets, a set of the sleeve and the magnet together. But anyhow, that's how I store all of my things together. So we get those out of the way. I pre-cut some little squares here, square-ish pieces here. As I mentioned, that oval is 4 inches wide. A lot of times when I'm getting out my stamps, I will do multiples, and really I would probably do many. Queen Bee, yes, if I understand correctly, the stamp storage sleeves come in 4 sizes, a 3x4, a 4x6, a 5x7, and a 6x8. And you can buy those in a set. They come in sets of 8 each on each size. And then there's also what's the word? A variety pack where I think you have 2 each of the 4 sizes. I also, just to show you really quick while we're talking about those, and those are called stamp storage sleeves. So if you see those, or you'll see those on the website. 4 are stamps that are 4x4 and 3x3. You just take a 4x4 stamp storage sleeve and cut the top off. Same for a 3x3. You take a 3x4 stamp storage sleeve and cut the top off. So really would accommodate the 6 probably most common stamp sizes. Okay, so let's get out our stamping block there. I'm going to go ahead and ink that up. Now I'm definitely a black and white, at least so far. I've only played with it twice so far, but that to me is what reminds me so much of the stickers. So that's what I went with on that Park City sticker that I showed you. So let's go ahead and get that, and we'll just go ahead and stamp that guy. Now, when I first used the stamp, when I got my production samples, I stamped it and I thought, don't mind that little piece right there. It is so nice and crisp, and that heavier line and then that really nice outline around it. Oh, just made me so happy. All right, so stamp it, and then I'm going to get out my die cut machine. So this is the little Anna Griffin Empress Mini. That is a mini electronic die cut machine. I had done a pre-order for that machine about a week and a half ago, and placed an order. I had a number of people order that machine, and I had ordered a few extras, and the few extras I ordered sold out right away. So I placed another order yesterday. Those are now on the website, but you'll find all the information you need about that little machine if you are looking for a smaller, more compact die cutting machine, and it's awesome. All right, so I have pulled out my plates. With this machine, you have a bottom plate, you have a magnetic mat, and you have a top plate. What did I do with it? Oh, here it is. All right. So I'm going to take my little stamped image there, going to take my die. With the die, you want to put the metal, well, it's metal. You want to put the raised side down. That is the part that is going to cut that for you. And let me turn it this way. It's a little bit easier for me to see this way. And I just move it around, get it lined up so it looks fairly even-ish. Not hard to do. And then I put that top plate on. I've turned it on. I'm going to slide that in like that and press run. It is pulling those plates through. As it pulls those plates through, there are really heavy rollers. I think that little machine weighs like 8 pounds. There are heavy rollers that are rolling that pull those plates through and then apply the pressure, and that is what cuts whatever you're trying to cut. All right, so let's pull that back off. There we go, and there is my nice little stamped sticker. Right now, that's cardstock, but you could absolutely take sticker paper and do the same thing. So that, you know how fast that went? And I actually was talking, explaining more. So if I was just doing that, that would be like lickety split so fast. From there, I just took the P and the C, stamped the bike, and then stamped the name of the town where we were, Park City. All right. So super easy. And I see a ton of, I don't know. I'm just so excited about that stamp set. And I'm excited that you guys have been excited about it too.